Hello, you have found Miss Barr's coffee table again. And you have found books that do not have Gilbert. These are not a Diane DeGroat book. These have crayons in them. And if you look, the crayons are acting like people. So do you think these are real stories? So is this fiction or nonfiction? Now, there's two new books here, and this is how I chose which one to read first. This one was written and illustrated first, and then they made this one. So I bet you can guess which one will be tomorrow. So this is How the Crayons Saved the Rainbow, and look at how this illustrator made rainbow. And it was written by Monica Sweeney, and it was illustrated by Feronia Parker Thomas. It's either Feronia or Feronia. I've never met her. I don't know. So, How the Crayons Saved the Rainbow. Wonder why the rainbow was in trouble. Look at the sun and look at the clouds. Do they look happy? Do they look like they're getting along? There isn't an end page, but this is How the Crayons Saved the Rainbow. And there is a dedication, so there's a rainbow on this page. And the author said for Amanda and Shirley, so must be she knows someone named Amanda and Shirley. And the illustrator said for Leslie. So these are people that are special to them, and they dedicated the book. So there you go, one more title page, one more cover page. The sun and the clouds were best friends. They look like they're getting along now, don't they? They worked together to keep the earth warm and gardens growing. But all the things they did together, their very favorite was making rainbows so that the whole world was colorful and happy. Well, would you need the sun and the clouds in order to make all those rainbows on the world? We loved rainbows. We talked a lot about them. Then one day the sun and the clouds had a big fight. The clouds were blocking the sun, and the sun couldn't shine through to the earth. The sun went sizzle, sizzle, sizzle at the clouds, and the clouds went clap, bang, boom, back. They stopped being friends and were never in the sky together again. Did you notice how the illustrator made these pictures? You have crayons too, and you could make pictures like this. With the sun and clouds far apart, it was scorching hot on some days and damp and cold on others. And worst of all, there were no more rainbows. Without rainbows, the flowers, streams, and even cities started to lose their color. Uh-oh, look. Green hills, blue river. Now things are starting to turn gray. Soon the earth was black and white. But in one little town, in one little school, in one little desk, there was one little forgotten box of crayons. And the crayons still had their colors. Can you see them yet? The desks rattled, shook, clamored, and clanked. And all of a sudden, it toppled over and the box of crayons tumbled out. Ah, I'm naked. He didn't come out because he doesn't have his paper. Yippee! Get off me. I'm out of here. Woe is me. Hey, where are all the colors? The crayons started to search for the colors. They raided marker bins and tore through art projects, but everything as far as they could see was only black and white. Who made all the colors go away? This is so sad. This is terrible. What about daffodils and butterflies? If oranges aren't orange, do I even exist? They've got a problem, don't they? The crayons looked out the window. The sun was all the way to one side of the sky looking angry, and the clouds were all the way to the other looking gloomy. I miss all the colors. We can't even draw rainbows together now. Wait, that's it. We need to save the rainbows. Have the crayons together figured out the problem? So the crayons started drawing little rainbows all over town. Can you find them? But nothing happened. The sun and the clouds didn't seem to notice. Angry, angry. We have to make our rainbows bigger, Violet said. Working together, the crayons drew and scribbled. Ooh, they make a good team, don't they? They made the biggest, brightest, most colorful rainbow the world had ever seen. Ever so slowly, the sun perked up and the clouds floated in for a closer look. The sun and the clouds both peered down, admiring the giant rainbow that the crayons had drawn. What bright colors, said the sun. It's incredible, said the clouds. They looked at each other with great big smiles. The sun said to the clouds, remember when we used to be together all the time and make rainbows? The clouds nodded. I'm sorry for going clap, bang, boom at you. I'm sorry for going sizzle, sizzle, sizzle at you, said the sun. Oh, did they work it out? It's better being friends, said the sun, and the clouds agreed. They hugged. The sun shined brightly, and the clouds misted happy rain. Ever so slowly, rainbows reappeared near and far, turning the world colorful once again. I think I skipped the very last page. There it is. Oh, there's no words, but I don't think it needs words when you see all this colorful beautifulness in the world again. And look at, they can take a vacation. And that's the end of how the crayons saved the rainbow. And we found out how, didn't we? See you tomorrow. Thanks for reading today.